There's something quietly brewing inside Apple's Cupertino headquarters. Something that could redefine the way we think about performance laptops. Again. And this time, it's not the flashy Pro or Max chips stealing the spotlight. It's something much quieter, yet far more strategic. According to fresh insider leaks, Apple is gearing up to launch the base M5 MacBook Pro, and it's arriving much sooner than anyone expected. So what's really going on behind the scenes? Let's break down the leaks, the macOS 26 builds, the insider reports, and what this means for your next big upgrade, because this M5 MacBook Pro isn't just another refresh. It's the calm before a major Apple storm. A perfectly timed launch Apple has a rhythm, and it rarely breaks it. Every year, right after its back-to-school promotion ends in Europe, this time on October 21st, Apple quietly drops something big for Mac lovers, and this year's hint came straight from the FCC. Just a few days ago, new regulatory filings appeared online, files Apple probably didn't want going public yet. They reference a brand new MacBook Pro model identified as A3434. Here's why that matters. FCC certification is one of the final steps before a public release. No product can legally be sold in the US without passing through it. So, when something shows up in the FCC database, it's a flashing green light. Production is already underway or about to begin. What the FCC leak tells us, the documents don't reveal much, just compliance details, wireless frequencies, and safety data. But one clue stands out. The M5 MacBook Pro lists Wi-Fi 6E, not Wi-Fi 7. Now that doesn't confirm Apple won't add it, but it strongly suggests Wi-Fi 7 will be reserved for the M5 Pro and M5 Max models coming in 2026, classic Apple. They hold back certain features, not because they can't include them, but because they plan the upgrade path. It's smart marketing and even smarter business. Apple's staggered M5 chip strategy. If this all feels familiar, you're not wrong. When Apple rolled out the M2 series, they did the exact same thing. First came the M2 MacBook Air. Months later, the M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pros, that strategy wasn't random. By releasing the base M5 first, Apple gives itself breathing room, both in marketing and manufacturing. TSMC's new 3nm N3E process is still scaling up. Launching a simpler chip first ensures high yields and lower costs before ramping into the complex Pro and Max designs. Think of the M5 MacBook Pro as the final evolution of the M series, era before Apple begins its next-gen redesign philosophy. Why this strategy works, it's pure efficiency. Instead of overloading factories with 3 different chips, Apple focuses on one, nails it, and builds momentum from there. This staggered rollout also keeps the Mac lineup feeling fresh through the holidays and well into 2026. So no, the M5 MacBook Pro isn't the revolution. It's the final evolution before the revolution. The tradition of quiet. October launches. Look at Apple's pattern. No flashy keynotes. No grand event. In 2023, both the M3 MacBook Pro and M3 iMac were launched with nothing more than a simple newsroom post and now available tags. That's how Apple rolls in October. iPhones dominate September. Macs quietly take October. So if leaks are accurate, we'll likely see the same with the M5 MacBook Pro, a low-key launch around October 21st, followed by immediate global shipping. Should you buy or wait? Now for the million-dollar question, should you buy the M5 MacBook Pro? If you're still rocking an Intel MacBook or even an M1, this upgrade will blow your mind. Expect faster rendering, cooler thermals, massive jumps in AI and GPU performance. But if you already own an M2 or M3 MacBook Pro, the gains may feel modest. CPU performance could improve about 10-15%, but GPU and neural engine gains might jump 30 to 35%, especially for creative or AI-intensive work. So, video editors, 3D artists, developers, you'll love it. Students and casual users? Maybe wait for a price drop or the M6 series. Design, same outside, smarter inside visually, don't expect surprises. Apple's sticking with the proven 14-inch mini LED design, same keyboard, same ports. The focus this year is all internal, because the real transformation begins with the M6 MacBook Pro, rumored to feature OLED displays, thinner bodies, and possibly a new color finish. If you've seen the M4 iPad Pro's dual-stacked OLED panel, you already know what Apple's cooking. Deeper blacks, higher contrast. and stunning brightness levels that mini LEDs simply can't match. The road to OLED, Apple's next big leap. OLED will be Apple's most dramatic display leap since Retina. It's not just about color, it's about efficiency. OLED panels consume less power on dark content, enabling smaller batteries and slimmer builds. Now combine that with Apple's next-gen chips and silicon carbon battery tech, and you get a laptop that could last 18 to 20 hours on a single charge. Apple's even testing silicon carbon batteries that store more energy in smaller cells, meaning thinner designs, improved cooling, and possibly fanless powerhouses in the future. Performance expectations benchmarks from M5 iPad. Pro models already reveal what's coming. CPU. 15% faster GPU, 35% faster AI. Neural engine. Up to 50 TOPS of power. That's a massive deal for creators and developers, from real-time AI video editing to smooth game engine performance. And speaking of gaming, macOS 26 is rumored to introduce Game Mode 2.0 with better frame pacing, lower latency, and smarter GPU allocation. Yes, Apple might finally be ready for serious A gaming. Pricing and release. Timeline: Apple will likely keep pricing steady, around $199.99 for the base 14-inch model, but don't be surprised if they bump the default specs to 16 GB unified memory and 1 TB storage to make the price tag feel worth. So pre-orders should open the week of October 21st, with deliveries hitting stores by late October or early November. Smarter efficiency. Not just speed. Apple's real magic isn't just in raw power, it's in balance. The M5 chip focuses on smarter power management, using advanced AI scheduling to allocate performance cores only when needed. That translates into cooler thermals, longer battery life, and performance that feels buttery smooth, even under heavy multitasking. And here's the kicker. Early internal reports suggest Apple is experimenting with silicon carbon batteries, which could store more energy in smaller cells. If true, this could push MacBook battery life close to 20 hours on a single charge. Wi-Fi 7? Maybe not yet. One of the biggest surprises from recent FCC leaks was the mention of Wi-Fi 6E, not Wi-Fi 7. At first, that sounds disappointing. But this is Apple we're talking about. They're likely holding Wi-Fi 7 and other premium features for the M5 Pro and M5 Max models coming in. 2026, it's a classic Apple strategy. Create tiers of innovation that keep fans coming back year after year. Final thoughts. The calm before the OLED storm, when the M6 MacBook Pros arrive with OLED displays and modular chip designs. We'll look back at the M5 era as the bridge. The point where Apple perfected balance, performance, power, and silence. So while the M5 MacBook Pro might look familiar, it's quietly setting the stage for Apple's next big chapter. Stay tuned, stay curious, and get ready, because the future of the MacBook starts right here.